Chris live in, let's just tell you, I'm in Alabama, in case you didn't know that. I'm in Alabama. How's it going, folks? How's it going? I think there might be a little bit delay because I can't control it. Where are your 46? Just 17 likes on here I can see, and I see 34 people waiting. Also, it hasn't started on my end, even though the stream has started. Are you guys there? Now there's 64 people there. Let's see if it's going. Okay. Is it working? There we go. Okay, cool. All right, so welcome back, everybody. How you all doing? Hope everyone's well on a Sunday. I wasn't sure I'd be able to get to this stream today because of the traveling. Didn't expect the Colonel to be at the live stream. Yeah, I always do them on the road. Kerry Janssen from Rendsburg. I'm going to come any live streams I did when I was in South Africa most recently. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Yeah, I hope it's not too loud in here. I've got the aircon on, full throttle. It's trying to chill the room down to a cool temperature. It isn't hot, but I like it Arctic-like, so I'm trying to get the room cooled down to an Arctic-like temperature. I hope everyone's well out there. Looks like the delay's not that long. I can see myself on my laptop here. This is on my mobile that I'm broadcasting. You guys hearing okay? Let me hear how the sound sounds. How the sound sounds? Let's see how the sound is. All right, so where's my sound? Sound on? And let's try this. Yes. All right, so that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, cool. Good day, everybody. How you all doing out there? Your sound is great. That's excellent. Good to hear. So I'm in Alabama, and I will be meeting with some South African refugees. As I said, to my knowledge, I'm the first content creator that's met with them. I do know that, of course, that Annika Larson was down this way, and she met with Earl Langton when she was down here in Birmingham. So yeah, that was interesting. But I'm down here, and I've invited some South Africans to a minor league baseball game. So we'll be going to a minor league baseball game later today, the Birmingham Barons, which incidentally is the team that Michael Jordan played for when he was playing minor league baseball. Remember, he played for the Bulls in the NBA, but he also had this dream of playing professional baseball. And so he played for the Birmingham Barons, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if they have any Michael Jackson stuff or memorabilia from when he was here, but I'll find out when I go to the ballpark, and I'll link up with the South Africans who I've invited to baseball. They've not been to a baseball game before, so it'll be an interesting experience. I enjoy introducing people to sports they've never seen before. I've introduced a lot of people to netball that know nothing about netball. They find it interesting. I've introduced my nephew and others to rugby, reintroduced a lot of South Africans to rugby. And I introduced my mother to ice hockey. Took her to an ice hockey game in Wheeling, West Virginia, the Wheeling Nailers. And so today I'll introduce some South Africans to baseball. So it won't be totally alien because I'm sure they're familiar with cricket. But anyway, so that's what's going on today. And I will be here until Tuesday evening. I'll be getting home late Tuesday. So the Tuesday night owls will be a late one because I won't get home until around. I'll probably make it, well, it'll be great for South Africans because it'll be a bit later for some of y'all because I won't be able to start until midnight at the earliest. So it'll be 6 a.m. Anyway, I don't know if you guys saw it, but CB sent me a note that the Cheetahs lost Bowling Cavaliers an impressive victory today, 37-35. So, you know your baseball and your son used to play in primary school. My brother is June green and gold. Okay. Well, I'm wearing a Jim Green shirt today in case somebody noticed that. Yeah, I got the frog on. So good evening to you, Fonz. How's it going? It was a tough weekend for rugby, wasn't it, Fonz? Disappointed the Griquas outcome. I didn't really have a dog in the fight for the Sharks, but that disappointed you, Fonz. I know you like the Sharks. And the province game was heartbreaking for me. It was just, they were terrible. And then the Cheetahs lost too. So, but I'm happy for Bolin. That's good to see. And Jimmy Stonehouse and the Pumas off to a good start. Off to a very good start. So yeah, extremely disappointed. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, it's interesting, folks, because I go back through messages sometimes and I see people who watched this program a few years ago and were very active and they just kind of disappear. It's the thing about the program. You've got to keep building an audience. People say they're going to be around forever, but people have lives. They've got to do things. They've got to raise kids. They've got to get jobs. They've got to hold jobs down. They've got to move on with their lives. They're not always going to be here. And if you count on seeing the same people all the time, I mean, like, for instance, when Tucker Carlson first went on Fox, I watched him to give him a chance, and I thought it was interesting up until the early stage of COVID. And then later in COVID, it just became a little annoying, and I quit watching Tucker Carlson. I just quit watching Fox altogether. So when I was a very loyal viewer to that program and that network, the network I lost interest in 2016, but I still watched it a fair amount. I don't watch it all anymore. So, I mean, people come and go, and then you got to keep building an audience. So while the subscriber base may be growing and people that don't watch regularly don't unsubscribe, hey, Loretta, how's it going? People do come and go, and also people pass. The Right Reverend Rawhide didn't pass. We thought something happened to him, but The Brew was on here. He's the one that came up with the hashtag Wyatt Army. That's not me. Some people think, oh, that's pretty arrogant of the Colonel thinking he's got an army. No, that's not me, man. You guys come in with that. Just like those songs that I play, they're not from me. They're from my viewers who came up with them. So anyway, good day to you, Ian Moon. Yep. I'm stuck here. My eyes are not quite adjusted because I haven't had any sleep. I went to bed at 2 o'clock and was up at 3:30 and went to the airport and flew and just got a couple-minute cat nap. And then just to give you an idea here, going from Pennsylvania down to Atlanta, which is a fair portion of the United States, it's a big country, but that flight only took an hour and 26 minutes, but it takes about the same amount of time to go from Pretoria to Cape Town, just to give you an idea when I traveled this morning. And then from there, it's just a 26-minute flight on to Birmingham. So, yeah, it's hot, it's humid. Yep, so isn't that special? OS photos of the concert. I posted photos of the concert, Corey. They're in WhatsApp groups. I put them in the WhatsApp groups. All but the Refugee WhatsApp groups, I put them in there. I put photos, I put videos in there. I put videos of the concert. Yep. Yep. Good evening to you, Maddie. Look at all the ladies, man. Michelle, Darlene, Teresa, Emerencia, ooh, Loretta, Corey. Come on, dudes. Erica, you got to get in a fight here, boys. Come on. Let's get the boys in the fight. There's Conrad. And I think I missed Tom up there. Peter said, there we go. There we go. Mad Max. All right, some of the dudes getting in there. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'm not done because I'm going to introduce the South Africans to baseball. So, no, you're not losing out. I put it on Telegram too. I just didn't put it on the. I didn't put it in the refugee groups because it's not refugee related. I'm not going to bomb people that stuff. Okay, Avi Berg, good to see you there again. Okay. So I made a video earlier, which I was at the airport in Atlanta. It's got about 7,000 views. I was a little surprised by that short. The latest conspiracy theories, okay? So, guys, please quit dreaming up conspiracy theories and giving yourself coronaries and high blood pressure and hypertension. I'm a real boy. Geppetto, I'm a real boy. Yeah. Please stop doing that to yourselves. Also, for the trolls who come to my channel saying, well, we should just stop watching this channel. Maybe you should stop watching this channel. This channel doesn't exist for your personal, free, beggar, refugee information. It's I tell you, it's the height of arrogance for some jackass to come on my channel who doesn't watch the videos to troll and post something. Well, we should stop watching this channel and stop following the Amerikaners. Well, that's not what the channel's for, and that's a gratitude. You're not going to watch my content because I've given you $190,000 worth of free consulting advice. Who else has done that? See, I think people forget that. What I can make per hour consulting if instead if I take a job that pays $200,000+ a year, but I'm doing this, which isn't paying that, not even remotely near that, just a fraction of that from ads. The ingratitude. Well, let's stop watching this channel. Well, piss off. Footsack. Be gone. Freaking leeches, vampires, man. So, hey, Feroshka, what's going on? Yeah, Mad Max, I said it's. I've got it cranked up. It's full throttle. Yep. Yeah, the trip was okay. It's a short trip. It's not like flying to South Africa or Europe. Yes, stupid people should wear signs. Hey, Linda, what's going on? We had a Roy PO from South Africa. I haven't seen him in a while. Is there any news as to when I will get a call? Vernon, funny guy. It must be bugger off money. Yeah. No, it's honestly. I mean, can you imagine that? All the time that I give to people, the free time, no, I don't charge people for it. I answer their questions. All the people's emails I take time. I don't know these people. I don't owe them anything, but I take the time to answer it. And I get jerk-offs coming on my channel and posting comments on my videos saying, we should just stop watching this channel. Well, you're not watching it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be moaning like you are. Luckily, your airplane didn't catch fire like the American ones. Yeah, well, is it another one caught fire? Didn't they have an American Airlines engine that caught fire the other day? Glitter on my cheek? Do I really? Or are you just having fun there? I just washed my face. I doubt it. Rita Watt, what's going on? Chief Awetu. Hello to you. All right. Daniel Best. Rudolph Skeppers. Hey. Hope you're going to have a good sleep. We'll see, Anna. I've got a long time before the sleep is coming. Exactly. If you don't like it and you want to diss the channel and go somewhere else. Take a consulting job with a suit. Well, slippery pickle. I mean, it wouldn't take much to defeat the Sandef. Wouldn't take much. Yeah, no, that's there was a American Airlines flight. The engine caught on fire that day. It wasn't American Airlines. It's crazy. Your hair and beard looks good. Well, thank you. I got it cut on Friday. Yep, thank you very much. I don't have any gel for my hair because I'm on the road. Wendy says thank you. You're welcome, guys. I'm not trolling for compliments, but thank you all so much for that. Appreciate it. No, I'm just saying it's comical and sad that people do this sort of thing. That's such a sad life. Some lady wrote, I presume it's a lady based on the username. Some lady wrote on my video in which I explained the Reuters article, and she wrote, well, we were promised so much, and we were promised help immediately. No one promised you anything. So I wanted to sing this song earlier, but it was a short, so it wasn't time. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Along with the sunshine comes a little rain sometimes. Yeah, I never promised a rose garden. The United States didn't promise anybody anything, man. That's nonsense. Have you seen the news regarding Lesotho wanting to invade certain part? That's old news, Josar. They're claiming huge portions of South Africa, but of course, what the Basotho forget is that they lost their wars. They fought 3 wars against the Boer, and they lost. And they managed to maintain their freedom. Interesting, I saw Tim Pool talk to Lara Logan and to Ernst Roots, and he did 2 things. He did a second one, and they were talking about Lesotho and describing Lesotho. And they were talking about, someone said that Lesotho maintained its independence because people forgot about them. No, they earned their independence. They fought off the Boers. Ryanair is threatening to buy Chinese aircraft. Road trips are going to be... Yeah, well, if Ryanair wants to buy Chinese aircraft, people will stop flying Ryanair. JT says, I enjoy your channel. Thank you for all your information. Replies these trolls are straightforward and what they deserve. Thank you once again. You're welcome, JT. It's my pleasure. By the way, I was recognized in Atlanta by a gentleman named Hank. He just flew in from South Africa, just landed, and I was sitting by the window eating a burrito because I was starving. And Hank came over and goes, hey, sorry to interrupt you, but I said, you must be South African. He said, yes, I am. So Hank and I had a conversation at the airport. So I'm recognized at the Atlanta airport, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, yeah. Could I ask how I could get in contact with you in regards to a specific matter? Well, Daniel, you have to send me an email. Or if you're on the WhatsApp or Telegram group, you can send me something there. Oh, you saw the photo. Yeah, Hank, that's really cool. So, I said to Hank, I said, listen, I said, see, this is what I've done for, especially on this last trip and last couple trips. When I meet somebody and they come up and say hello to me, before they leave, I ask them, do you want a selfie? Now, folks, I'm not asking if you want a selfie because I'm full of myself or egotistical or I want lots of pictures. I'm doing it because people are often shy, but they want a photograph. And I would say 99 out of 100 people that I meet, that if I ask that question, they go, yeah, can I get a selfie? And so, yeah, so that's why I do it. So I asked him, he goes, yeah, please, let's. So anyway, so I asked him if I could use the selfie I took with him because he took one of me, and I've already shared it with folks. So it's pretty cool. I remember the first time when I flew back to South Africa after the COVID scam eased up in 2022, Ronaldo and all these people watched my channel, the original channel, and then joined over the new channel and said, oh, Chris, don't worry about your meet and greets. People come to them. People love you. People love you in South Africa. I'm like, okay, sure. Okay, guys. Yeah. And then when I actually got on the plane in Atlanta, as I was boarding, for some reason I got on earlier. I was in an earlier group, which never happens, but I was in an earlier group. I think it was the next row. Anyway, the seat behind the next row. And people sitting next to me were asking me about where I was going. I'm going to South Africa. I mean, we're all going to South Africa. They were asking where. And I told them what I did. And I said, oh, yeah, no, people apparently know me all over South Africa. I didn't even realize that because I do this program. And you could see them, like, they didn't do it, but their eyes were, like, rolling, like, this guy's so full of themselves. Who is this clown? I can just see them, like, yeah, right, whatever, dude. You tell yourself that. Anyway, I was just innocently telling them that because they asked. And then while we're sitting there, someone walks by, hey, it's the Colonel. Hey, Colonel. Hey, man. Shook my hand and someone sit down. And then a minute later, someone's in the other side because one of those big planes, and they look over, it's Chris. Hey. It's like 6 times. So like a dozen people recognized me on that flight going to South Africa. They were all South Africans. It was pretty funny. But it was hilarious because the people next to me suddenly were very interested in talking to me now. What did I miss? Somebody got a birthday here? Sorry, Alan, I missed your birthday. Twinkle Stardust, we watch you because you're interesting and your music is a reporting exemplar. I think it's because my music is so cool. Speaking of which, damn it, I don't have the Suno. Can't play my music here. Okay. The Boer will not be fighting the people with suits again. No, that'll be the ANC. Diane Thompson's greeting to you. Milk and Honey's back. You're welcome, Daniel. Also, there aren't a lot of resources on Lesotho. They're eating the cats or eating the dogs. What do you mean Lesotho? What's this Lesotho place? All I see on the map is Lesotho. It says Lesotho. What's this Lesotho stuff? My wife and I knows everything because we listen to you if there's new developments. Oh, cool beans. Samantha Myberg, welcome to you. Pam Dreyer, Gail Caron, Anna Krieger, Kindest Right. The ladies are back in strength here. Helen of Troy, you're welcome. Pam, you're very welcome. Wilford Grayling, dude, it's cold here. Well, I got the aircon on. Yeah. Charlize from Benoni. Yeah, that'll be Charlize Thron. Denise Wolf Bota, your supporters pay attention to what you say. Well, at least I do. Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah, Media Center says, you know more about African South than most people on Earth. Thank you, Media Center. I would not disagree with that, but thank you so much. There's just ladies here tonight, and I know why. They're double checking that you don't go visit poor Tani's. Not visiting Tani's. No. All right. Mental Chewing Gum, Joy Thron, one Colonel to another. Why do you always put the F there? Because is it female? Is that what the F means? I'm assuming that's what it meant. 1440. Oh, happy birthday to you, man. You guys miss out. I'll have the cake because I'm not here. You'll have to ask for your cake later in the week. All right. I wish I had a selfie with you, Chris. Well, Gail will have to arrange that sometime. Lana Ritz is here. Hey, everybody. I found a video with EFF explicitly saying they want Afrikaner blood, white Afrikaner blood. Who would like to have it for your interview? Wow. That's cool. Very snazzy night. Haircut, beard, trim, snazzy glasses, glitter on your cheek. Where's the glitter? I don't see any glitter, man. Where are you guys seeing glitter? I think you're just teasing me. No, Vera, I always do the program on the move. I try anyway. Next, we'll celebrate birthday. Okay, Lorinda Olvagen. Because I can make him say the most outrageous things. A slippery pickle. Thank you, Zenfei. Theo Holmes, good afternoon to you and your viewers online. Susie Serfontaine, hello there. You are a household name lately. Like family, I'm sure is used somewhere. But yeah, a lot of people know me. That's true. Peter Wick, welcome to you. Well, a lot of folks chatting here. Thank you all. Much higher chat rate than we had. Lorinda, also from Benoni. You know, somebody mentioned me in Benoni today. Goals, Cape Town. That was the funniest damn video during COVID. I mean, that was so funny. I'm still busting a gut listening to that video years later. Remember that was the Omicron? And what was the first version? The second version of COVID? And the chick, she laughs. She makes fun of him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was so good. When you brought your face up close, I noticed you have not removed your eyeliner. I have no eyeliner. What are you talking about, man? There's no eyeliner. Nice try. You guys are trying to be silly. All right. Whoops, there's a emergency service. I think Brockpine. Yeah, Brockpine is the pins. All right, so I haven't seen that song. So Trump is supposed to be meeting with Ursula von der Leyen. It's over. Okay. How long did it go? 40 minutes. Is it live? It's not live. Did he have the meeting? Oh, there it is. It's not playing though.
Very much, everybody, and it feels very good actually to be back under construction.
That's not it. This is weird. It says, I guess you can't play it yet. So me with Ursula von der Leyen.
Actually not in a good mood, but I will tell you, I think the chances are, yeah, I think Ursula would say probably 50-50 of making a deal. I hope, I'd like to make a deal. I think it's good for both, but yeah,
broken street light.
We have 3 or 4 sticking points. I'd rather not get in. We'll be discussing them. But I think the main sticking point is fairness.
Parle. I know Parle. Mila. Chris Meal.
No, the golf was beautiful.
Samantha Myberg. I've been to Cape Town many, many times. Who wants to know about the song? What's this? Durban is cold. What does that mean? It's below 20? A wedding there. People walking around the streets a little odd. What, Benoni? Yes, Mila, I know Parle. Been to Parle many, many, many times. Many, many times. I've eaten at Rocco Mama's right down there. Is it Rocco Mama's? Down in the main street? Yeah, last time I was there, I stayed in a little wine estate and then drove downtown, got myself some Indian and some McDonald's. Yep. The odd ones are in Brockpond. 18 degrees. That is not cold. That is heaven on earth. 18 degrees. It is like 38 degrees outside here. It's warm down here. Anyway, yeah. So, greetings, welcome, Laura Fenta. How are you? Okay. All right. So, I did pull up a few things here. Fly SAF Air pilots have voted to continue the strike. Striking pilots at Fly SAF Air voted to reject a new wage and conditions of service offer the company made yesterday, with Solidarity saying their core grievances have not been addressed. Two sides have different claims about the number of pilots remaining on strike. The company's 300 or so pilots, about 220 belong to Solidarity. Two sides have also had very different claims about what the pilots earn and how many hours a week they work. So anyway, so that's what's happening. They are still on strike. Now, this is one I'm going to have to make a video. Where are you at? I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. So, Sir Ramaphosa is trying to play the victimhood here. He's playing the race card. And so I'm going to call out. I'm going to call out old Cyril on this one. He's playing the race card. It's utter nonsense here. So, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it appeared in News 24. He says, debt has replaced the chains of slavery. I'm sorry. South Africans weren't enslaved. Slaves were brought there, but they weren't South Africans. So, this is pretty cheeky for this twat to be saying this. Anyway, President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed a gathering of liberation movements from across Southern Africa. He called on the political parties to unite around common issues and deal with matters hampering unity. Well, that would be your corruption, your theft, and your racism. He also said imperialism has been rebranded. Imperialism. What, like the Bantu and Nguni migrations down the Rift Valley, conquering the Pygmies and the Khoi and the San? Yeah. Is that the imperialism you're talking about? Yes. In his capacity as ANC president, he addressed a gathering of liberation movements from across the region. Leaders from liberation movement parties from Angola, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, South Africa, and Tanzania. Well, let's see. Tanzania has been a self-governing country for 65 years. South Africa has been a self-governing country since 1994. Zimbabwe since 1980. Namibia since 1989. Angola since 1975. Mozambique since 1975. Yeah. And he says we must ask ourselves, hey, Julie, we must ask ourselves, are our movements still vehicles of justice, or have they become platforms for status and grievance, convenience? Well, they become platforms for outright pilfering and theft. They're not movements for justice. There's no justice from you movements. It was Che Guevara who said the true revolutionary is guided by the great feeling of love. Che Guevara was a murderous, lecherous piece of human sewage who is an interloper who stuck his nose in Africa's business. And to see someone actually promote Che Guevara shows how stupid and ignorant Cyril Ramaphosa is about history. Che Guevara was not popular in Africa, and they wanted to off him very quickly. What an idiot. What an idiot. The true, so I think it is impossible to think of a genuine revolutionary lacking this quality. Che's words remind us that revolution without love becomes mechanical. What revolution? I'm sorry, what revolution did the ANC lead? There was no revolution. There's no revolution. All they did was murder people in KZN. That's not a revolution. That's civil war. Revolution? You didn't win anything. We won our independence in our revolution. That was the French Revolution. That was real revolution. South Africa didn't have a revolution. What a clown. Let us lead with love. Love for the landless, for the excluded, for women whose struggle continues on all fronts, for the workers who are told to wait while wealth multiplies elsewhere, and the youth who are told to wait for tomorrow. Seriously? This coming from a person worth $400 million who was handed all that wealth? Our unity as liberation movements is not symbolic, it's strategic. No, it's racist and criminal. The enemies of our people are reorganizing. The enemies of your people, would this be the people who were raped, pillaged, murdered, and consumed by cannibals in the Congo in 1960? Would this be the people who were raped and murdered and dispossessed in Rhodesia, Zimbabwe? Would it be those people? Would it be the Portuguese forced to flee for their lives from Angola and from Mozambique in 1975? Would that be the enemies of your regime? Wow. Imperialism is rebranded, but it's no less exploitive. Multinationals control our minds. No, asswipe. No, multinationals don't control your minds. No. Multinationals don't control your minds. Racist BE corporations control your minds, not multinationals, you geniuses. You broke that you crossed that Rubicon 15 years ago. There's no multinational controlling your minds, you liar. Control your data? Well, that's your own fault. You should, advance into the fourth industrial revolution instead of sitting in the first. Our narratives and even our elections. Multinationals control your elections. Really? I'm sorry. Last time I checked, the IEC answers to South Africans and is run by South Africans. Debt has replaced the chains of slavery. Oh, dear gosh. So, listen, you deadbeat scumbag. You want to borrow money? So, debt. Let's talk about debt. $5.3 billion the ANC grifted from the World Bank, the IMF, the African Development Bank, and the new BRICS Bank in 2020. Where's that money? Those weren't grants. Those were loans. What did they do with it? Did they fix the highways? Did they fix the roads? Did they fix the ports? Did they fix the state-owned enterprise? No. All that money got pissed down the drain. $5.3 billion in 2020 alone. And now they get another $1.5 billion from the World Bank. So they happily go and take the money because they're thieves with no intention of repaying it to play the race card and say it's imperialism. Well, that's it. Cut them off. Cut them off. World Bank, IMF, stop giving money to ingrate racist. Just stop it right now. Stop giving the money. Just stop it. Because this is the game they play. These pricks, the HIPC, Heavily Indebted Poor Country Initiative, generated by the State Department working with World Bank and IMF, we forgave billions and billions and billions of loans to Ghana, Mozambique, and a host of other countries who loosely paid attention to governance issues. Seriously, this guy? Do you honestly think that this is going to work? Who is this going to convince? Does he think that the world doesn't see this stupidity? Does he think that this doesn't get back to Trump? It's just a grievance, whiny crybaby. He also warned artificial intelligence, similar technology left unregulated, would create a new digital divide deeper than apartheid ever saw. This gathering, therefore, stands at a crossroads. Consequently, it must serve not only as a remembrance, but also as a recommitment, a commitment to address remaining challenges and focus on sustainable development. Sustainable development. Well, nothing's sustainable when you steal all the money, Cyril. Nothing's sustainable. Let us renew our ideological clarity. Let us reclaim the narrative of transformation. Transform a wonderful country that was unequal into a pile of ashes. That's what you've transformed South Africa into, a pile of ashes. Wow. Unbelievable. That approach is informed by our historical experience and relationships with the frontline states that were forged during our protracted years of struggle for liberation against racism, colonialism, and apartheid. Wow. The face of poverty in Africa remains a black woman with a child on her back. Yeah, because, 2/3 of kids are born illegitimately and they're abandoned by the birth father. Situation led many of our black and female citizens being inactive participants in the economy. According to the AU, in Africa, the informal cross-border sector is estimated to be 43% of gross domestic product. This presents a unique opportunity to formalize this. Oh, this guy is... Cyril Ramaphosa, man. This whiny crybaby stuff. This is pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Does he think this is going to work? Does he think Trump doesn't see this stuff? That's just comical, man. It's comical. Okay. What am I missing here? Hansi Butz. Okay. All right, here we go. Now chance come. Rex is Human. I also want to know what we were doing in China and share it with people because we paid for that trip. Yep, I agree. Vera says, we've been without water for 5 days, not a drop, no provision. Yeah, I'm sure that's all the fault of the banks that loaned all the money to the South Africans and put them in debt and made them slaves. Oh, my goodness. Aretha Lewis. Very uncertain and worrisome time in South Africa. I'm intrigued how things are unfolding. Reference Russiagate. Saw it coming. A lot of the same corruption and reason in South Africa. Yep. Okay. We will see what Chris says when his friends like Ronaldo gets picked up, because I did watch the summer 3 days straight. I have no idea what you're talking about. Ronaldo, I don't know who Ronaldo is. I know who Renaldo is. What are you talking about, Alan? Nice, he loves this. This weekend they had a new stunt, pushing my daughter and I out of the line of Pep, so it was pushed in front of us. Yeah, no, that's what they do. People misbehaving. What do you make of the claim that South Africa has a deal framework? But it's bullshit, Arnold. I already answered that. I talked about that. I already covered that story. That's nonsense. They have no deal. They were given a list of things they had to do in order to come to the table. Apparently, they took the list, they sat on it for 2.5 months, and then they signed it and said, okay, we've negotiated. They would negotiate. There's no deal. Go to the U.S. Trade Representative's homepage. There's no announcement. The last announcement I saw a couple days ago was Indonesia. No announcement. If they get one with the EU, there'll be an announcement there. There's no announcement. This is just a lie. So they can lie, and when the tariffs hit on August 1st in just 4 days, 5 days, then they'll be exposed. EFF's secret plan to wipe out whites exposed. South Africa on the brink. Go to 10 speech by okay. Where am I going to get this at, Stratcott? Okay. Well, of course they're begging for the tariff extension. They're not going to get it. They already got 4-month extension. 3 months, an extra month. They're not negotiating. You're welcome, Arnold. Okay. Yeah, they're not borrowing, they're stealing. If you borrow money without the intention to return and pay the money back, that's theft. I sent you the full closing statements adoption telegram. Okay. Oh, you watch. Okay, thank you, Alan. You watched that summit. Okay, that's one you were talking about. Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to research that then, Alan, when I have some time, and I'll make a video on it. Yeah. Arrogance has no end. YouTube channel, 10 minutes with Kool-Aid. Oh, 10 minutes with Kool-Aid. Gotcha. All right. 10 minutes with Kool-Aid. All right, let's see if I can find that. 10 minutes with Kool-Aid. Let's see what we got. Oh, what was that? Hang on a second. Neil deGrasse Tyson in South Africa. What's he doing in South Africa? I gotta read this.
And their couple coming towards me in South Africa, they're white. They did not even look up. They're just looking down, talking to each other. It was fully expected that I would part around them for them to keep walking forward. It wasn't even, oh, let's just both take a slight half step to the side.
Oh, the racist Neil deGrasse Tyson's at it again. What a disappointment that scumbag is. What a huge disappointment.
I was in South Africa.
Yes, this guy was handed the keys to the palace by Carl Sagan, and his recompense is run around and spew racism all the time. It's really obnoxious. It's really, really obnoxious. Really obnoxious. Anyway, so sad to see. So sad to see. Got the secret list. What's he talking about? Oh, there's the secret plan. Okay. The House has passed the bill. The Biden administration is watching. Some so-called leaders on the shock. What's this? No. U.S. bill did not pass. What is he talking about? 208.
Regional Agreement South Africa.
208, he says. Hang on a second. There's no bills passed. Hang on, folks. I want to hear what he's got to say here. This 2 minutes of Cooley guy.
Been given secret access into a list, and a drafted list. It's still being drafted. I need to highlight into a. Today's episode is a very special episode because this is the only place where you'll get the episode. I promise you. There's no other place because I've been given secret access into a list, and a drafted list. It's still being drafted. I need to highlight, but these are the names that are still being drafted and all sorts. Because if you do watch 10 Minutes with Kusha, you'll remember that I've got great relations with our Western friends, right? Or some of them, not the ones that I've posted, and they asked to remain anonymous, have sent to me the list to say, Kusha, well, here are the suggested names that we are still working on and the reasons behind.
Okay, I call bullshit. I'm sorry. I've never talked to this guy. I don't know him, but I call bullshit. I call, what list? What list? There's no list. The list, there's no list. What is this? There's no list. First off, the bill directs the executive branch to investigate, do a report, and consider recommending people. So how could there be a list? You can't make a list up without the investigation. This is bullshit. I mean, oh, wow. I'm sorry. So you guys want me to watch this other one here? So that just 10:06 you said it was. There's a lack of credibility here. 10:06. Here we go. 10:02. Here we go.
Yeah, watch the video of what Obake says.
Obake.
I will be happy to move like Gure. That will be.
Oh my God, that's old. What is this? This is clickbait. That is from the freaking Schwane Council last year. People are acting like this is news. What the hell? This is clickbait. What are you guys talking? I'm not playing this crap. This is just nonsense, man. This is just clickbait. There's no list. There's no list. I'm sorry. There's no list. Wow. That's just clickbait. That's not even analysis. 10 minutes with Kool-Aid YouTube. I forwarded there. Sanet van Rensburg, he's not clued up and sharp. That's nonsense. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Sanet. What are you talking about? That is from Schwane a year ago. I want a more aboard. I want the blood of an Afrikaner. He said that a year ago. Stradcott, I'm not talking to you about you. There's two videos here. He's premiering a video right now in which he claims he has the list of people who will be sanctioned by the U.S. government. It's impossible. The law hasn't passed. The law hasn't even been voted on in the House, let alone the Senate. I'm sorry, guys. That's not true. None of that's true. No, I don't have the wrong video, Stradcott. There's two videos here. I just covered two videos. Keep up. I covered two videos. I played the video he's premiering right now to see what he's saying, and then I went to one you're talking about at 10:06, where he plays the guy from last year. Did you all not know he did that last year? Did you not know that he, in the Schwane Council, said that, and nothing happened to him? The bill is in the House of Representatives. What's no, Stradcott? What's no? I'll wait for your response. You're telling me no. Nothing like 10-day, multi-day hike in the Drakensberg. Hey, Patrick, how's it going, man? Well, I'm sorry you never saw that crap Stradcott, but I covered extensively on my channel when it happened. Extensively. And I've used it as an example of how people are under pressure. What about when the Jewish guy from the DA was attacked in the Joburg Council? Did you guys know about that? That was just a few months ago. I covered that too. Look, I'm not here to diss the guy's channel. I'm not, Alan. I mean, let's not diss the guy's channel. I'm just telling you what he said isn't true. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. Now, if someone's claiming that the people who put this bill forward have a list of people that they're going to go with, okay, but that's not how it works. You can't get more specific than what they mean by a bore. Well, you're correct, Stratcott. And when I criticized that last year, it was true. That's right, Charles. He had the Israel thing on his yarmulke. He had on the back of his thing. He had the Star of David on there. It wasn't the Israeli flag. It was the Star of David. He's Jewish. Yep. The Zondo list. There you go, Pierre Rousseau. The Zondo list. Zondo list. I know about the video. Nothing happened to him, but UIF leader was attacked for saying more. Yeah, he was, Theo. You're right about that. Anyway, look, I don't want to start a fight with this guy. I mean, I don't know him, and if you think he switched on, Sinet, that's fine. But I'm just telling you, those two things in those two videos, one of which is premiering right now because I went to check it out, are simply not true. Alan, I think you're right. Basically, Alan, this something just happened. If they see that, then this thing will go through the House and Senate just like that. That is probably a true statement. That's some good analysis there, Alan. I agree with you. Yeah. Chris Wyatt says, if you see breaking news on any platform, it's regurgitated crap 9%. Hey. Not all of it. Anyway. Well, I can prove it. Yeah, I just did prove it. I mean, it's read the law. Read the bill. I read the bill. The bill directs for that activity to take place. Okay, so Slippery Pickle says, have you considered that members of U.S. intelligence are watching your news, therefore you're de facto intelligence? Well, Slippery Pickle, have you considered that we know for a fact that the ANC, the EFF, and MK watch my videos? So am I a source of intelligence for MK, ANC, and EFF, and the Democratic Alliance? I throw it back in your lap. I have a list, that's right. I have the Zondo list. So that was a good response. Leah, where are you going? Why are you out? Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving, Leah? That sounds like you're angry. Why are you leaving, Leah? Who said it was against white people, Strachey? Are you just trying to start some trouble here, man? Who said this guy was against white people? I didn't say that. No, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. Yolande, what's going on? We just saw the fake news about Trump signing 5-year marriage law. What is that? Wow. Yeah, I'm just going to stop, taking people's advice and playing things if people are going to use it to be divisive. I mean, that's not the purpose, bringing in. But okay. Watch a good video with William Petzer explaining the top 10 countries and their grip. Top 10 countries and their grip on South Africa with BE. I haven't seen that video from Willem Petzer. So Willem Petzer is saying that foreign countries have a grip on South Africa through BE. Yes, Ingrid, I still let them watch too. Hey, Corey. Not everybody. It looks like Leah left for the evening. Top 10 businesses. You said countries. Okay, it was a mistake. Okay. Well, that's probably an interesting one. Yeah, Angela agrees he got targeted. That's true. That's probably a good video then. Probably interesting, at least. It's a youngster. Give him a break. Okay, all right. So, Rex, if you're going to play a video from a year ago, you need to tell your audience this is from a year ago. All right? You have to do that. You can't simply play the video. I mean, if I'm going to play a video of the Rubicon speech, I can't, like, you know, colorize it and pretend it's happening now. Bolton gave that speech 40-some years ago. So the Rubicon speech, you know, if you use something, you need to determine the veracity of it as best you can. Isn't always possible. That's why we show some talk. We tell people that you don't know the provenance of this video or who produced it or where it came from. It's not just old news, but I mean now this is the same thing with the refugee program. People get excited and get angry and get frustrated and get things all built up over nothing. The fact that he said it isn't nothing. It was racist. It's horrible. Something should have happened to him. Nothing did. He apologized, which is a joke. Imagine if a white person said something like that. What happened to them? Or a colored, an Indian. But the point is, this is a year ago. It's anyway. So you have to give context. You can't simply post things like that without context. Anyway, I don't want fights with people who are content creators. So whatever. If your relationship belongs, that's not true. First off, Nikki, I'm going to rubbish that right now. Okay, first off, the federal government does determine marriage. Marriage is determined by the state, which is sovereign. So every state has different requirements for marriage, different standards. The federal government will recognize your marriage, but it doesn't confirm marriage. The federal government doesn't marry people. The states do that, like Wyoming, Dan Bailey. That's who determines. You get married. That's why some people like get married in some states and divorced in other states, because like California has community property and people don't want to get divorced there because you get screwed. So that's just nonsense. That's just utter nonsense. Hey, LBR. Just utter nonsense. I haven't seen that one. Did anybody see why Leah left? Did she respond or what? Okay. Sweet home Alabama. Yeah, anyway, so wow, we got all kinds of crazy stuff going on today. Action SA is mooting abolishing deputy ministers. I thought they wanted to get rid of deputy ministers. Moot is the wrong word. That's not the right word here. Abolish deputy ministers. Okay, well that's not moot. They want to moot is that's misuse of the word. All right, well, Action SA is trying to reduce the size of government's bloat. That's good, if they're successful. And the Cockpot 24 ran a story about the U.S. sending more criminals and terrorists to Eswatini. Oh, my goodness. All worried about that. Yeah, this is old, man. This is old. Wow. Anyway. You know, I need to get off of YouTube. If this is what people are doing on YouTube, it's not where I need to be. Not where I need to be. Anyway, Trump was with Ursula von der Leyen earlier. Question, please. The people in Kenya who are facilitating the refugee program, are they Americans or are they locals from Kenya? They're not Americans. They're Kenyans. They're not facilitating anything. Well, facilitating is actually not a bad word, Strongcut. They're screening. They do the initial screening. You answer the questions, see if you meet the criteria. They put it together. Whether you meet the criteria or not, they forward your file on. All right? So it doesn't really matter. I mean, I addressed this in my video earlier because Afrikaners have already, not just South Africans, but Afrikaners specifically have already started their conspiracy theories about this. No, I'm not leaving Milan. I'm just saying, what's the point of being here? I mean, there's a million channels on YouTube that are garbage, and people believe everything they hear and see on them. It's insane. Is there a meeting tonight? A meeting with who, Haley Senecal? Right. They're processing your statements of interest. That's right. They're screening. They're also setting up your flights when you come over. They're also setting up your medical screening. They do all that. That's labor intensive, folks. And as I've said, and I even gave you the numbers last night, I think it was 83 people in PRM were sacked. 83, 86, 89. I mean, it's 86 and 389. Yeah, so I mentioned that last night. and I showed that report where it's from the Federal Register, which is a media site that shows the number of people that were let go in the State Department just on the 12th of July, not even the ones who were let go throughout the rest of the year. 3,000 people have departed the State Department this year, 1,400 of them just a few days ago. So they're simply doing the labor. And people have already created a fictional world in which, and I know where you're getting this from, but I'm not going to get into a fight with people. So programming alert, this is sarcasm. This is not a statement of fact. You ready for this? So these Kenyans are the ones that are deciding who goes to America. They're racist. They're not going to let us come over. They're going to make sure we don't get to go anywhere. They're going to screw us. I know it, because they're black. Yeah, hate white people. So they're not going to let us come over. I just know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Sarcasm alert. This was sarcasm, because I know people try to use this clip. Yeah. And so people are already building this whole fantasy world which you can't get over. They do not make the decisions. Let me just do the phone call. Hello? Yes. Is Lana Swanepoel there? Yes, Lana Swanepoel. Okay. Miss Swanepoel, are you an Afrikaner? You're not. That's strange. Your name is Swanepoel. Yeah, it was my married name. I'm actually English. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so you're English. Okay. But are you a racial minority? Well, yeah, I'm English. I'm white. Okay. All right. Are you South African national? Yes. Okay. Have you suffered past racial discrimination? No. Do you have legitimate fear of future persecution? I do. There's 142 race laws, and my daughter is not getting access to university because she's white. She got 96% on her matric, but she got denied. Okay, thank you. All right, when are you available to travel? To go to States? Okay, thank you. Not Afrikaner, racial minority, yes. Not suffered past persecution, no. Has fear of future persecution. Send the file on. That's what happens. The Kenyans have no say. They don't decide, guys. Now, some people are like, okay, Chris, you're just being silly. I'm not being silly. Several people have sent me messages already stating that, implying that. Both stating and implying. So y'all need to stop creating a world for yourself that's just miserable, okay? Watch the fake news. Hey, farm manager Totsish, welcome to you. All right, only watch Colonel Wyatt, okay? You guys should watch whatever you need to watch, okay? No, I haven't. I did have a burrito, sorry, in Atlanta, when I just finished my burrito when Hank came up. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Southerners love conspiracy theorists. Oh, okay. All right. I thought something happened, Leah. Okay, well, be well, Leah. Sorry you're going to the hospital. Thank you. I didn't see that. Thank you guys for catching it with the update. See, I can't see all the chat. Loretta says I'm on her only news. See, that puts a heavy burden on me to be objective and fair. Who watches SABC? Is there a meeting? You mean, am I meeting someone tonight? Is that what the question was? I didn't get that. Okay. Only trust the Colonel for good reasons. Safe travels. Thank you, Vander Donald. Okay. And, what's that? It's a name I don't recognize. Oh, no. Sojourner. I think we're lucky USA transfer FU program. Step one, instead of closing, suspending completely like they did with other. Well, I think, they didn't transfer anything in Sojourner. Let's be clear about it. There's no transfer. They simply took the labor-intensive portion of doing this program and gave it to people who pay people nothing to do it. So let's face it. World Church Services makes a lot of money from this. And they don't have to pay people in Indiana who have to have a livable salary, $60,000 a year. They can pay somebody in Kenya $6,000 a year. I'm making that up, but just you get my point. To do the same thing. Just the same reason why we have call centers in India, same reason why we have call centers in South Africa and in Ghana, because we pay those people, those corporations, nothing compared to what they have to pay people in South Dakota or in Alabama. So that's why. Do they only phone in the morning? No, they phone all the time. And they've even phoned on the weekend, according to somebody who said they get called on the weekend. There are many other channels to watch, but I think people mention you because you filter out the BS. Don't believe it. Thank you very much, Flying Dutchman. Well, we won't use them if they violate the contract. They're not allowed to do things to violate the contract. Willem Hayden. There you go. But that doesn't mean, look, and I will allow for the fact that you're going to get a bad apple here and there, but I mean, that's life. We may have the best military in the world, but we had Nazis in our army in the 1990s. These were white supremacists who were actually in the army. I was shocked to discover this. I'd never seen anybody like that in the U.S. Army. but I was in Fort Bragg, and they were in this tight community at Fort Bragg, and they got exposed, and the Army did all kinds of activities to wipe out the neo-Nazis and get rid of them and prosecute them, and we got rid of them. And if they're there now, they're quiet, not telling anybody about it because they don't want to get caught. What is this? Is this food? What is this? Oh, that's coffee. Okay, I thought that was food. Anyway, so yeah, so there's always bad apples in every bunch. So what I'm just saying is the reason the Kenyans are doing it because they're dirt cheap labor, and they also have the ability. Plus, they do it every day. I mean, guys, remember I told you that in-country refugee status is something we don't do very often. So we don't have people experience that. It's been a while since we've done it, probably. And on top of that, you are also putting a huge work demand on a workforce that is shrinking. And so they just offloaded the labor. Okay. Excellent acting. Did you like that acting reaction? That was pretty good, huh? Yeah, pretty good, huh? So they're basically the check. Thank you, Maze. There you go. They're the checklist guys. Exactly. Got her email and call. Okay, there you go, Marley Quinn. All right. See, you got your email and your call. But Marley, according to the cockprodders who posted on my video yesterday, when I explained the Reuters report, we should stop watching this channel because it's just, and I'm tired of waiting. This is so unfair. I was promised everything, and I was promised it would be immediate. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Along with the sunshine comes a little rain sometimes. Nobody promised you a rose garden. Nobody promised you anything. Nobody promised anything. Nobody. Those are lies spread by trolls. Self-inflicted angst. That's true. Yep. I like that checklist, guys. Gabi, in from the Schweiz, I believe. Where's Gabi at? Jumped ahead on me here. My chat jumped ahead. Come back. Where's it at? Am I that far behind? Okay, I was there. There's Gabi. You can definitely see there where layoffs appear since July 12th, waiting for biometric appointments after returning. There you go. See, Gabi? Someone else who's in the process. Ruminating on fearful possibilities of a horrible way to live. I agree. We watch everything and then we bring it to you for your analysis input. Okay, Straka, thanks. Look, and again, back to that 10 minutes of Kool-Aid. His content may be very good. I don't watch him. Don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to rubbish him. Pay attention to what I said. I'm just saying that what he said, it's implausible. And the other thing is that's a video that's a year old. People are getting excited about a video that's a year old. This issue, while it's horrific, is done and dusted. It's not new. It's not now, if you want to talk about an egregious offense, let's talk about what happened at the hospital, the Annandale Hospital in Durban, where the 77-year-old white South African was assaulted by black thugs and racists who are xenophobes to prevent him from getting medical care because he refused to show these jackasses his ID card. They have no legal authority to demand his ID card. They have legal authority to touch anybody on public spaces. They should have been arrested for assault, but they won't be arrested for assault because they're black and he's white. And frankly, they were doing to black people too and they weren't arrested. So it's not even a racial thing. It's just a xenophobic thug thing. That's current. That's something to get upset about. That's going on right now. Something can still be addressed on that. Hey, Aunt Anthony. Whether I need truth or some encouragement to have a laugh, like-minded people. Yes. Ooh, let me go to Spotify. See if I can get it there. Spotify. Let's show up this way. Spotify for artists. Okay, cool. DJ Silver Eagle. There we go. Oh, come on, man. Remember my name? 76 digital login. Come on. I'm trying to get to my music, man. Okay. At least they send your email. It's kind of cool. DJ Silver Eagle. Right. So let's see if this comes across. I don't know if it will. I don't want for audience. I want the actual music. Spotify. That's what I want right there. Come on. There we go. There we go. Show all. Oh, here we go. I don't know if it's going to be loud enough. Hey, Natalie. Thank you for your membership.
Met ons gekom moes
I will do I will do the conspiracy theory song. Now my hips killing me, man. It was horrible on the first flight. Afrikaner sterk. What's this? What's this? Byron is not well? Byron Shepard is sick? Oh, I was unaware of that. Yeah, so those who've been on YouTube over 5 years can tell the genuine podcasters from scammers. Well, not everybody can. Ronell says, I watch fake news analyzing. I watch Chris to see how wrong I was. That's very generous of you. No, Barack Obama was born in Hawaii, which was a territory at the time. Hip is not holding out. No, I actually had good leg room. The folks that booked the flight for me got me an exit row, but they put chairs in the exit row. I'll post that in the group. I think I posted the group. I mean, they put chairs. Who puts chairs in an exit row? So she came along. She said, folks, I have to get a positive verbal acknowledgement from each of you. Are you willing and able to help in an emergency? People exit the plane for the exit row. And I said, yes, but how? There's a fucking chair right here. How am I supposed to help people get out? Cheap airline, they put chairs in the middle of the exit row. It's blocked. There's 2 doors in the 737 in the middle of the plane. 2 doors on each side. You can pull and release. The one in the front, you could do it. There was space to walk through. But the row, I always said you couldn't get to it. Are you willing and able? Yeah, sweetheart. But hey, you know what? How about you get rid of this jump seat that's sitting here, you cheap bastards? I mean, seriously. I'm not making this up, guys. I wish I could show you on the screen, but I'm on my phone. I can't do it. There's freaking chairs there. No, I can't run a poll because I'm on my mobile. I don't think I can do that on my mobile. It doesn't have that function here. Yeah, sorry. Seriously. Yeah, so the hip was very painful. The second flight, the hip didn't bother me at all. And Jaya says, I'm tempted to think that people that have a problem with Kenyans processing, screening, or applications or practicing the racism you're attempting to flee. No group of people are monolith. That's true, which is what I've been saying about black South Africans forever. You can't just say black South Africans will always vote for the ANC. I've been proven correct in that. They won't always vote for the ANC. You can't say 43 million people are just the same. That's an invalid stereotype. People vote who they feel voting for, and lots of black South Africans no longer vote for the ANC, and some of them never did. So I wouldn't say they're racist, Jay. I would say that they're practicing bigotry. That's bigotry against Kenyans, making an assumption that because they're black Africans, they're going to do something to harm you. That's bigotry. I wouldn't say it's racism because you're not trying to take advantage or something, or confer advantage. Did you see the vigilantes? Yeah, well, that's what I was just talking about, Helen Troy. You must be behind in the chat, or I'm behind here at this point. Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes behind in the chat. Sorry. So I just covered that. Hakan Egman's in from the Netherlands. Open all hours. What a great show that was. Still open all hours is even better. Only gaining info via Colonel is a channel for Refugee. Okay. Hey, just want to know if it's possible that I have people in America that is offering work, for my example, being a nanny for a family in Colorado, be able to go to that family. Well, nanny's not real employment there, Shante Kotsia. There's actually programs or visas for people to come over and be au pairs. We have au pair visas. I'm not sure which one that is. I didn't say my name, Joe Jeff, in here. Anyway, if that's not going to help you come to America, if you qualify, you qualify. And having a job, all that will do is if you have a job offer, when you get your interview and say, hey, if they approve you, say, you're going to tell them, listen, I've been offered a job in Colorado. Here's the employer. Here's what they're offering me. And, you know, they're available to start working there immediately or in 3 months, something like that. Then they may try to get you there. There's no guarantee of that, though, folks. No guarantee of that. So, for instance, Charles Kleinhaus wanted to go to a farm. They sent him to Buffalo, New York. He relocated himself to a farm. There's another farmer who is in a major metropolitan area in the United States, whom I've interviewed, and he's not doing farming because they didn't put him anywhere near a farm, even though he asked to go there. Matthew says, Karen, my mother knows of someone getting a phone call from RSC in Kenya and actually very nice people. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. I know, and I've gotten several emails from people saying they're very polite and very friendly. We saw this one thing that was spread in a chat session. Someone posted, I believe, on Amerikaners, because I'm getting screenshots. I was never there to see it. And it's complaining that the Kenyans were laughing at them. I'm not saying that isn't true, but I've not heard that, and no one's contacted me. So please contact me. I actually do have access to government officials and can check into that if there's merit to it. Thank you for 35 Rand, Marley Quinn. Marley's avatar is brown. Marley, are you colored, my dear? That's so cool. I think you told me it might be before. Charlene Borger, our power just went off. Well, there you go. That's not load shedding, it's load reduction. Remember, it's quite different to trust anyone from an African country. No, we can trust U.S. Well, I know you can trust U.S. I couldn't trust my government, G9. I mean, my government spied on me. My government shut down my social media accounts, violating the Constitution. And the Biden regime was crooked as all get out. Okay, hang on a second. My chat just got all wonky here. Sorry if this has been said. Facebook group lady said H2A guy and his family was emailed by the Kenyan people and that they want a different number than his American number. Okay, Marika, I don't know anything about that. It's possible, but no one's contacted me about that. So it's possible. But there are South Africans that live. See, but it doesn't pass water. I mean, there are South Africans who live in South Africa who have U.S. telephone numbers. There's no reason they can't call a phone number in America. So I'm not buying that. So, for instance, you know, in America, you used to have an area code based on where you're at, but we made numbers portable. So I have an Annapolis area code for my phone number, but I don't live in Maryland. I had that phone number all over the world. When I lived in Botswana, I had a U.S. phone number, and people called me on the U.S. phone number. It cost me a lot, but they called me. They can also give a family number. So that exactly. So that doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying it's not true, but it doesn't make any sense, and no one's contacting that information. So. Or if you find yourself available to leave sooner than you put on your SOI as a way to communicate. Karen, on the update that was just done on the website, they said do not resubmit your stuff. So there's no way to let them know other than I think there was an email put there, but that's for complaints. So I don't have an answer for you on that. I don't work for the State Department, and the way they've run this thing has made me scratch my head at times. The person who called was very nice and sympathetic, says Marley. What, for your phone call? Okay. Remember that interview with Herman? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, Matthew, yeah, exactly. Trust is like a path you walk together. You start that path as strangers, in the end you win as friends or enemies. I like that, Erica. Where'd you get that from? Okay. Yep. So, I guess this is sort of my pseudo refugee list. I could do that 1 to 2. Try that, but yeah, Christian, I'll take refugee questions. Thank you for asking. It's very polite of you. I've been doing it, but go ahead and do it because I'm on the road and I'm not sure that I'm going to do the refugee cafe clutch. So you can go ahead and ask your question. I'll answer it as best I can. Thank you for asking, Christian. It's very kind of you to ask. Very polite of you. Thank you. What do you enjoy more in America, Colonel? What is different? More than what, Analinda? What do I enjoy more than what? You mean in reference to some other country, or please? I don't understand your question. Do you think the pending PRM cases will have as many interviews as? Well, they're not PRM cases as far as I know, Gabi. All of it's being handled by RSC now, so they've handed those cases off to them. That's what I understand based on what the U.S. Embassy put out. GB, I have no idea. You go to the U.S. Embassy website, look for one of the contact information, and send them something and contact them. But that doesn't make any sense, GB. How would you never have gotten the call if scammers got a hold of your personal details email? How? I mean, if they know what your email address is, your phone number, that's not going to stop the embassy from calling you. That doesn't make any sense. Shania Twain going to do a collaboration? Yeah, I'm all over it, man. Yeah. So Shania and I are working on a song, and it's going to be a duet. It's going to be I feel like a boar, Micey, and I feel like a boar. Yeah. It's going to be like, Sonny Cher. He's just a boar, and she's just a boar, Nicey. She's a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll. Hey, you could do worse than Shania Twain. Smoking hot lady. Yep. Yeah, she's a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. She's just a boar, Micey. He's just a boar. Hey, that's a song. That's a song. Let's get. I don't think I can log into my Suno now. Let me try it. I don't know if it's saved in my because I don't know the password off the top of my head. Oh, they're verifying that I'm human. Well, yes, I'm a human. In. Oh, I'm in. Cool. I'm going to create a song. You guys ready? Phoned me a couple days ago, but the person said that they won't do my phone number because PRM will handle the cases. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. Okay, see, I don't know. But see, that's in conflict with what they said. So maybe there's some confusion. Okay, so then it sounds like PRM is still doing the cases they already started. Well, that makes sense. But based on the website, we didn't know any better. Thank you, man. We're gonna do a fun song here. We're gonna create. Okay. You're gonna do some let's do some female and male duet. Okay. Okay, she emailed the day before they called, and all the info was in the email, and she confirmed the skill number. Cool. I don't know about that. BOER. Missing something there. Boar. Okay, hang on. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, I didn't. Hang on. I need to do this pop. Okay, we give it a theme. All right, let's see what happens. I don't want instrumental. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what we get here. Didn't do anything, or did it? Oh, there it goes. It's creating. Okay. All right, so remember to write phonetic. Yeah, no, I didn't do that, Corey. I spelled it out. We'll see what happens. What's your email, Colonel? It's on the channel. One of the mods can put it on there. Okay. Oh, great stuff. What's got me? Okay. So you guys are sharing lots of pictures. You state a BE race quota low is not sufficient for minorities to be accepted by UCS for coloreds, Indians. Is correct. Well, I don't agree with. I didn't see what he said. I don't agree with what you said there. If he said that. Race quotas is unjust racial discrimination, and you don't have to prove. See, that's being lost by people in this. The Immigration Nationality Act says that an asylum seeker must prove their case. A refugee just has to articulate. Articulate means to explain. Articulate. Articulate. Not provide proof. Articulate. So if you go into an interview and you tell the truth, if you have documentation, great. If you don't, about past injustice that happened to you, it can be sufficient. It's not the same threshold, and I don't know where that's getting lost on people. That's what the law says. Anyway, all right, let's see. Just a board and board mice. Here we go.
He wakes at dawn with a rooster's call. Sunrise paints the barn. It's a golden sprawl. Dust on his boots, pride in his veins, planting seeds, chasing summer rains. She hums a tune while she milks the cows. Her laughter rings like the shady boughs. Hands in the earth, heart in the sky. Together they dream.
All right. Well, thank you, Maze. I've said from the very, very beginning that if you have to prove it, that you can't make the argument that you don't have a job or that you're jobless. Your argument, you have to prove, you have to articulate racial discrimination. If you have an example of it, that there's a difference there. So that's no different than what I've been saying. So we're saying the same thing if that's what he said.
They don't ask why. He's just a bowler. She's just a more lazy.
Amazing.
Hands in the soil, living so easy. Under the sun, where the hard work's done. Feeding the world, every single one. Fields stretch wide, endless and free. Veld whisper stories, their legacy. He cracks a joke, she shakes her head. Life's not all sunshine.
Yeah, except they got Boer wrong.
She quietly said, but he just grins. It's a farmer's life. The good, the grit, the joy, and the strife.
I'm going to change it to phonetic spelling.
He's just a boy, she's just a boy, lazy.
That's closer.
Hands in the soil, living so easy. Under the sun, where the hard work's done. Feeding the world, every single one.
So bear in mind, folks, these are opinions. He's an attorney, and that's his opinion's view on it. Sounds like we don't have separation there. I'm not an attorney. I am an intelligence analyst and a Army veteran and a veteran of the U.S. government who's worked with asylum and refugee cases and done it in the States and in Africa. So, I mean, we bring different perspectives to things. People could have disagreements. We're not the ones making decisions. So you whether you apply for it based on what he says or I says or someone else says is your prerogative. If you don't, that's your prerogative. But anyway, so there you go.
He's just a boy, she's just a boy, lazy. Hands in the soil.
Thank you, Virtual Western Cape. Yeah, thank you.
Under the sun.
That's all I'd have to do. Can I show you a video? I live near Athlone Stadium, just outside the Cape Flats. And these people were here, so not that's a bad example. I live in PE, Eastern Cape. 100,000 people were here saying, kill me because I'm white. I think that's a genuine fear of future persecution. I think that's genuine. So there you go. And that's articulating it. All right, so this one's almost done. Okay, that's not where I want to be. Here we go, back here. All right. And then we're going to hear the second version, and then I'm going to try it in country. This is supposed to be pop. It was more country than pop.
Where the hard work's done, feeding the world, every single one.
If the guy ever asked his question, I apologize, because he asked if he could ask a question, and then I didn't see it here. I don't want to miss his question. Let me go back. Linda Mouton, we'd love to meet President Trump. Say thank you. I'd love to meet President Trump. Okay, my understanding is okay. Okay, I'm looking for the gentleman who asked to ask a question. I said sure. Varoshka. The same law does apply to refugees and asylum seekers. It's the Immigration Nationality Act, but the law has different sections for different things. It's not just one size fits all. Not one size fits all. Just read the law, guys. You don't have to believe me. Read the law. Read the law. The Malawian guy was helping us and started working somewhere else looking after cattle. Next, we heard the farmer's previous workers killed him for oh my God. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, that's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, second version. Just a board and a Burmese.
He wakes at dawn with a rooster's call. Sunrise paints the barn, it's a golden sprawl. Dust on his boots, pride in his veins. Planting seeds,
I like this.
chasing summer rains. She hums a tune while she milks the cows. Her laughter rings like the shady boughs. Hands in the earth, heart in the sky. Together they dream, they don't ask why. Oh, why, yeah. Oh, why. He's just a boy, she's just a boy amazing.
I like this one.
Hands in the soil, living so easy.
Go Futsoki!
Under the sun, where the hard work's done, feeding the world, every single one.
I like this one too.
Oh, fields stretch wide, endless and free. They'll whisper stories, their legacy. He cracks a joke, she shakes her head. Life's not all sunshine, she quietly said. But he just grins, it's a farmer's life. The good, the grit, the joy and the strife. Oh, he's just a boy, she's just a boy amazing. Hands in the soil, living so easy. Under the sun, where the hard work's done, feeding the world, every single one.
The game is already over, man. The Cheetahs lost the bowling, 37-35. Someone just put the score? Yeah, that's by someone who doesn't know what a race is. Okay, so I'm a European colored, English-speaking Burmese. Oh, I didn't know you and Quids were a team. Oh, okay. Marley, okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. Thanks for sharing. So I took a risk here. I spelled phonetically, and I said just a boer. And this one says just a boer, but it has a tractor in the background for the image, so maybe they understood it was a boer. So let's see. This is country. That one I'm going to go with, the boer and boer micey. This is just a boer. Okay, ready for this? Here we go. Oh, this is down on the farm.
Awake at dawn, boots by the door. Another day, just like before. The plow's my partner, the soil my stage. The same old lines, the same old page. I tie my hair, step through the yard.
Sounds like Dolly Parton.
Chickens clucking. The work ain't hard.
Sounds like Dolly.
It's a rhythm, a song we hum. Feels the tune till the setting sun. He's just a boy, she's just a boy, but together we're so much more. Under the veil's wide open sky, living our best, watching time roll by.
This is definitely off for Connor. Kids bare feet in the dirt. Wait till that comes up. Hey, let me turn off the aircon.
The tractor hums, the sweat runs down through dust and heat. This patch of ground, but it feeds a world.
Yeah, I don't miss the Micey. Sorry.
Beyond our gate, the labor's long, but the love is great. The kids run wild, bare feet in dirt, laughter blooms.
All right, let's try this other version. See how that come out.
I wake at dawn, boots by the door.
I got Dolly Parton.
Another day, just like before. The plow's my partner, the soil my stage. The same old lines, the same old page. I tie my hair, step through the yard. Chickens clucking, the work ain't hard. It's a rhythm, a song we hum. Feels to tell till the setting sun. He's just a boy, she's just a boy, but together we're so much more. Under the veil's wide open sky, living our best, watching time roll by.
That's pretty good. This came out pretty well, guys. Yeah, except the Border Micey part. First one said Micey, but mispronounced it, so I tried to change up phonetically. It didn't work. Okay. Yeah, Dolly. Yep. My daughter lost her job for 25 years for being too friendly. A new employee found it inappropriate, and sadly, she was the last white manager there. Too friendly? That's just an excuse. She worked there for 25 years. I mean, what kind of loyalty is that? Wow. Wow. That's insane. Anna says someone's shooting near her. Okay, Anime likes that last one there. Sophia Upton, or number, you mean the second one of the four. I like the second one of the four too. Hard work and patience with the stupid ones. Vicki's, how's it going, man? If she was hard of hearing, she would Dolly Parton. Haha. Why do you keep giving the game is over, man? The Brookie song. Okay. Number two. Okay. All right. So the gentleman wanted to ask me a question. Did I get his question? I don't. Okay. Leslie says, well, so Leslie 792 this way. Now CSA are inviting donations via PayPal, Clapson system. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. They're trying to be funny. Jolene. Yeah, I did miss the Micey, so that kind of ruined it, I thought. Excuse me. Thank you, Marley, for sharing. Okay, I still don't see that gentleman's question. Rhino Girl's here. I missed Rhino Girl here. Northwest, Volmonstadt. I don't know Volmonstadt. I know Northwest. I'm gonna go back. Well, there's nothing there. Okay, anyway. Not important. Just Ainer, thank you. Thank you very much for your membership. I didn't see it come up, okay? Cool. There's the email. Somebody was asking for the email earlier. Thank you, Mace, for putting it up there. Appreciate that. Oh, you mean the site that I use? You have to have an account though. If you don't pay for the service, then you can't. Oh, what's the White House saying? Ah, came off a little too fast. If you don't pay for the service, then it's not your music, and if you use it, you get a copyright strike. So you can get one. I don't think they're actually doing it, but I pay. I pay for the privilege of generating this really super cool music. So anyway, let me go to my Suno account. The pot bowls are. We got to play that one. I love the pot bowls. Are you guys ready?
The water's rising slow and hot. The frog's still dreaming in the pot. Steam whispers secrets to the air. Do you jump or do you dare? Tick tock, the heat won't stop. The lid shakes like it's gonna pop. The pot boils over again. Pressure rising, no way to pretend you can stay or leave. Take your shot. The pot boils over, like it or not. Cyril's cards fell just as planned. He dealt the aces, played his hand, but the crowd's awake. Their voices loud, a restless wave, a roaring crowd. Tick tock, the time runs thin. Boiling point, it's sink or swim. The pot boils over again. Pressure rising, no way to pretend you can stay or leave. Take your shot. Pot boils over, like it or not. Like it or not.
Come with your F sheet questions. I'll take them while we play Radio Afterlife. Pot boils over from DJ Silver Eagle.
Pot boils over again. Pressure rising, no way to pretend you can stay or leave. Take your shot. The pot boils over, like it or not. Pot boils over. Pot boils over.
This is becoming my favorite. I love this one. The pot boils over on Radio Afterlife. Yeah. Now the next one is another one of my favorites too. So the chat's not showing up on my phone all of a sudden. What's going on here? What's this going on here? So just stop showing up. The chat is not there. I don't know why. What's this? Oh, live chat. There we go. I got it back. Oh, that's why I didn't see the gentleman's comment. Well, it should have been over here. Okay, you must try brew or... gotcha, that might work. My dance is starting out with the Colonel. It doesn't feel right. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Steamed crabs just ain't boiled frogs. Oh, that's good, Charles. That's good. Steamed crabs just ain't boiled frogs. Okay, I got it. We're gonna do that. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Steamed crabs. Okay, hang on. would you say? Steamed crabs ain't what? Frog legs? Was that what it was? Steamed crabs. Oh, come on, go back. Charles. Steamed crabs just ain't boiled frogs. Oh, that's boiled. Okay. Boil. Okay, here we go. Let's see what comes out of this, okay? All right. You can't understand my anxiety, can you? Well, it doesn't matter whether I understand it or not, Ian. If I understand it and I empathize, it's not going to change your situation. It won't change your situation. And you worrying about it's not going to change it either. I'm sorry, it's just a statement of facts. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try something different with this one. Here we go. Using up all my credits this month. Steamed crabs just ain't boiling frogs. Let's see what we get here, guys. Here we go. Let me go see if we have more questions before I do that. Play that when we go back to the channel. Boy, Lynette, you are late. To me, it looks like Rampar is getting boiled. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Steamed crabs just ain't boiling frogs.
Baltimore dream. Old Bay whispers on a summer steam. Dip your hands in the Chesapeake tide. But frogs don't boil, they leap outside. Maryland crabs on the plate, so divine. But Cyril's pot ain't catching the tide. But frogs are quick. South African shores with a fiery grin. Cyril stirring, but he won't win. Frogs in the kettle, they leap so high. Crabs stay low, but frogs kiss the sky. Saxophones scream as the bubbles rise, but frogs escape, no compromise.
There she carried the note.
But frogs are quick.
It's really good, Evan. It is good. Usually the second one's better. Congratulations there, Edward, on winning.
Crack the shell of a Baltimore dream. but Cyril's pot ain't catching the time. Steam crabs just ain't boiling frogs. They hop, they jump, they're breaking logs. You can't pin them down, they're sly and slick. Steam crabs sit, but frogs are quick. South African shores with a fiery grin. Cyril's stirring, but he won't win. Frogs in the kettle, they leap so high. Crabs stay
This is a tough
low,
one.
but frogs kiss the sky. Saxophones scream as the bubbles rise, but frogs escape, no compromise. Steam crabs just ain't boiling frogs. They hop, they jump, they're breaking logs. You can't pin them down, they're sly and slick. Steam crabs sit, but frogs are quick.
Yeah, they're both pretty good. Anyway, yeah, but let's go. I'm gonna play this one because this is one of my favorites. I love this one. So let me make sure I didn't miss any more refugee stuff. Okay. Show's very entertaining. Thanks, Colonel. Got to go now. Okay, Rentio, take care. Like all the colonels. Thank you, Pierre Enslin. Okay. Just I need to let the Kenyans know that they must let me know before their phone so I can have a top. But that was pretty wild. That was a good idea by Charles to combine steamed crabs with the boiling frog analogy. You're so relaxed tonight. Good to see you have different luck. Well, thank you, Renell. How's it going there? Okay, so we're gonna get back to this one. I love this one. All right, here we go. This is Not Just Your Oyster. I love this song. This is great.
You walking like the world owes you a crown. Heads turned with the smiles are upside down.
Frowns.
Glitter fades fast when the shine ain't real. You want the throne, but can you even stand? No shortcuts here, just grit in your hand. It's not just your oyster, it's not just your stage. The pros come from pressure, not ego or rage. Work hard, stay true. Don't just demand country. Don't claim, give the world your hand. Mirror, mirror, what's it gonna say? Reflection cracks when you play it fake all day. Genuine's rare and rare holds the key. Your spotlight dims if the fire's not lit. Values and effort, not just the outfit. It's not just your oyster, it's not just your stage. The pros come from pressure, not ego or rage. Work hard, stay true. Don't just demand, contribute. Don't claim, give the world your hand.
Another one hit wonder.
It's not just your oyster, it's not just your stage. The pros come from pressure, not ego or rage. Work hard, stay true. Don't
Not just your oyster, folks. Hope you like that one. Okay, cool beans. Living in Grahamstown, I have a special place in my heart for the arts. Who is that? Edward? Yeah, Edward. Yeah, Edward, look, no, it won't replace the real thing. I mean, I'm making all this AI generated music because no artists have offered to help out. I mean, all they do is, like, it's copyright stuff, and we're trying to, lighten things. What's this? Spotify login. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, so last night I went to Shania Twain's concert. I went for the real thing. And, I think she used to have this reputation. People say she lip synced. Well, she didn't lip sync last night. I guarantee that. There was no lip syncing last night because she was off key a couple of times. Definitely not lip syncing, but it was pretty good. Would never replace the real thing. Yeah, no, wouldn't want it to replace the real thing. But this is fun. I mean, who's going to make a song about steamed crabs and boiling frogs? Who's going to make a song with those lyrics? I mean, I shouldn't say them. We got woodpeckers from space, What's this? Media. When is this at? July 28th, 2 p.m. Oh, I could do that. Okay. All right, cool. Cool beans. All right, so that's Namachaba. It's on tomorrow press conference. Okay, cool. So they invited me to press conference. It's not just your oyster. It's not just your stage. I love those lyrics. They're great stuff. Okay. Love Shania. Yeah, Maddie. Shania is awesome, man. She's 59 now, man. 59. Enjoy your afternoon. Got to go. Yeah, I need to charge my mobile, I think, at some point here. We got 728 likes. I think Angelique just hit the like on her way out. Okay. What did May say? Can't all the refugees chat on Sundays be like tonight's? Well, this wasn't really set up as a refugee chat. Maybe that's why. Okay, your neighbors are calling 911 for disturbing the peace. They put me in the 15th floor, and there was nobody in any rooms next to me, although I heard a door slam a few minutes ago. Hope I wasn't pissing someone off next door that checked in after I got here. But yeah, what the heck is that? Some growth on my skin there? No. Anyway, yep. Unemployment problem and no cash, but Defense Minister Mashika prefers to import hundreds of Cubans to maintain our military vehicles in contract. I didn't know she was doing that, Mad Max. Interesting. Only on this channel, says Pearl. Yep. Just the right age for Colonel. Maze. What did I say? I don't know what she said, man. Somebody said something. Love the frog song. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's a good one. All right, guys. So, yeah. All right, it's a hit. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm headed off to grab something to eat because I'm starving and then going to a baseball game. I hope you're all well. I'll probably be sunburned because I didn't put any sun protection on and not going to wear anything. So, all right, but that's it. I will plan on doing Night Owls tonight. I'm 7 hours behind South Africa now, so that would mean 10 p.m. for me. So, yeah, going back to the beginning to watch them start. Okay, cool, Lynette, thank you. Okay. Hey, Corey, you guys take care. Everybody be well. God bless, and have a lovely evening. And that's going to do it for me from Birmingham, Alabama. Cheers, everybody. Take care of yourselves.